Welcome to the Trap House Podcast. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe on all social media platforms. And now a quick word about our sponsors. We have Duke Traps with us. Check out duketraps.com. They manufacture over 40 different models of cage traps, coil and long springs, and body gripping style traps, as well as one of my personal favorites, the powder-coated dog proofs. Check out duketraps.com. Need a place to sell your fur? Check out Groenwald Fur and Wool Company. Over 50 years in the fur business, the largest and most experienced direct receiver of wild fur in the world. Check out their website, gfwco.com. Top Lot Stretcher Company. They have all the fur processing tools you need to get the job done in the fur shed. From push pins to wooden stretchers, they got you covered. Check out toplotstretcherco.com. And this one's for the ladies that don't mind getting their hands a little dirty setting some traps. We have Trapping Girl Inc. with us. Check out their website, trappinggirlinc.com. They have a great selection of women's apparel, kids apparel, baits and lures, and trapping supplies. Check out trappinggirlinc.com. J3 Outdoors. They make American trapping products designed for maximum trapline efficiency with products like the Hags Bracket and Spring Clip, as well as the Universal Lock and Beaver Rod ends. Get the tools you need to get the job done. Find out more at j3o.com. And there's only one true way to start out the day on the trap line, and that's with a hot cup of coffee from Trapline Coffee. They have great tasting blends to choose from, as well as chocolates. Head over to traplinecoffee.com for more. Weeby Knives. Check out weebyknives.com. They have a great selection of skinning knives, fleshing knives, fur handling tools, and they'll give you the edge you need to get the job done, and you guessed it, they're wicked sharp. Check out weebyknives.com. And we'd like to welcome the newest sponsor to the team, No BS Lures. Don't let the name fool you. There's more than just bait and lure. This company offers trapline tools and hardware, fur handling supplies, and the No BS traps. Check out nobslures.com. And last but not least, Hoosier Trapper Supply, home of the Top Dog Predator Bait, Jet Fuel Predator Lure. We offer a complete line of trapping baits and lures, deer scent, trapline tools and hardware, fur processing tools, and special package offers. Head over to HoosierTrapperSupply.com. All right, welcome back to the Trap House Podcast. We're with Brian Nelson. We're going to be talking about the NTA, the National Convention coming up right around the corner. Brian, you've been on before. It's good to see you again.
Yep, good to be back.
Yeah, it's time. I can't keep track of time anymore. It feels like we just did this like a couple months ago, and now it's like here again. It's just crazy. But,
yep.
So what can you tell us about this year? Anything new or exciting, or we're just...
Well, we've got a lot going on. Of course, we've got a lot of stuff coming back again. We've got Hymo and Edna Korth are coming back again from the last Alaskans. We've got Cuz Strickland's going to be there with us from Mossy Oak. He's going to be there the whole show this year. So that's something new. Kids Cave is ready to go again. This will be our 5th Kids Cave. She-Side has got a great lineup this year. This is our 4th year of the She-Side going on. So, just a lot of the old stuff, but we're going to throw some new stuff at them too.
Yeah. Now, same fairgrounds, right, as previous conventions?
Yeah, we did the Fur Takers there in 19 and again last year. So it's the Rockingham County Fairgrounds right there in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
That's awesome. So I love that part of the country. Just driving there's nice, you know?
Yeah. It's my home, so I kind of like it. I'm partial.
Well, we got to agree with you. It's very nice. It's a good part of the country. So, and a lot of people can tag team a family vacation with all the sites and historical locations in that part of the country. I mean, it's there's a lot there.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, of course, on the natural side of things, we've got Skyline Drive. We've got Virginia's Natural Bridge is like an hour south of us. Washington D.C. is only 2 hours away. Short drive up that road. You got Monticello over in Charlottesville, and
right
Civil War battlefields all through this area. So there's a lot of history here.
Yeah.
And the beach is only 4 hours away. Virginia Beach. So
Charlie, gonna bring in trunks?
Probably not going to the beach.
we got a dunk tank, Charlie. Bring your trunks.
Oh yeah.
I think you did that. You did a really fine job of that up in South Dakota, Brian. So
Yeah, they got me on the schedule again, I'm afraid. So
Well, you're a good sport for doing it. What's the demo lineup looking like? Pretty
oh, we're excited. So we're bringing back the coffee talk again this year. We did that last year. We got it all 3 days this year. First day, Thursday morning, we've got kind of a water theme. We've got Don Powell and Dave Eccles, Doug Lee, and Sterling Garlock, I'm sorry, from New York. And of course, Mark Zager is going to be our MC this year. Tom Miranda's hunting in Africa that week, so he couldn't be with us. But we got bad weather going on, so you're going to hear my weather radio going off occasionally. I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
well, if you have to take cover, we can edit.
If I run, you know where I went.
Yeah. I tell you, we've had our share of that here in Indiana. It's just too many tornadoes close to home. It's just, been a tough year.
We haven't had much from the way of tornadoes, but they just got 3.5 inches of rain in an hour, just 20 minutes up the road from me.
Okay.
So we got some flooding going on and stuff like that. So we're on a hill, so we should be all right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to think when we were in that area last time, Charlie. As far as I didn't make it to there was one of the battlefields they were trying to make it to. I can't remember. Me and Jake were talking about it.
But New Market, that's probably the most organized of the ones local. That's about a half an hour up the interstate. They've got a museum there, and one of the original farmhouses is still standing there. We've got two others that are really only about 10 minutes away. Cross Keys and Port Republic both have little sites that you can walk through. There's not much there other than an open field, but
Yeah,
the battlefields are pretty close.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Lots of vendors set up.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yep. We've got 4.5 buildings full of vendors right now. And the tailgaters, I think we're going to have a heck of a crowd of tailgaters. They're just blowing me up here the last week or so. So we got lots of room, but I think there's going to be a crowd of them for sure, based on the feedback I'm getting. So
Yeah. And they don't pre-register, right, Brian? They just show up and they kind of first come first.
Yes, first come, first serve. They can get in starting Wednesday morning at 8:00. We've got a big area outside of Gate 1 where we're going to stage everybody, the tailgaters, and then they'll get through them as quick as they can get through them. Having done fur takers there 2 years now, we've got a pretty good map of where everybody can be as far as tailgating goes. So that helps. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're just doing the same ground plan we've done the last couple times.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the layout of those grounds too.
Yeah,
and those two buildings that come back to back.
It's nice for
Yeah. And so we've got a Wednesday night. We'll have a kickoff concert. Steel Horses Band is a local kind of a country rock mix out of Winchester. They're going to start it off for us Wednesday night at 7:00, 7 to 9, I think.
Okay. So is that open to the public, or is that for dealers, or is that just?
It's open to the public. I don't know that we tried to charge admission last year in Sioux Falls, and we didn't. I think we sold 2, but we'll have it open to the public. It's kind of a free thing for the first night. We'll have a lot of campers and stuff, and tailgaters will be on the grounds. And
Right.
it seemed like we get a better crowd Wednesday than we ever did on Saturday. It seemed like when we try to do the music on Saturday, everybody's hightailing it home, and you get 20 or 30 volunteers to listen, and that's it. So I'm happy with the Wednesday night kickoff deal.
Yeah. It sure has changed over the years, because I was 70s and 80s. All the conventions went through Sunday. Started on Thursday, went through Sunday. Now Fur Takers is actually starting on Friday and going through Sunday. We'll see how that works. But generally, everybody's pretty much noon, noon on Saturday, people are
noon
thinking
on
about
Saturday.
even.
And I remember when that started happening, I was at a Pennsylvania show, and up until that year, like you said, it was a Sunday morning. We all hung around and got up and ate breakfast and then packed up and went home. And I was in one of the vendor buildings there, and at lunchtime, and I came out and all the tailgaters were gone. I mean, the whole place was empty. I was like, where'd everybody go?
Yeah.
And it's been that way. I mean, I guess people just don't have as much time as they maybe did back in the day. And you see a lot more coming for the day.
Mhm.
There's not nearly the camping and hanging out for 3 or 4 days like it was, in the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah.
It seemed like you got a lot of families that are coming in and spending the afternoon, and then they're heading back home or spending the night and heading back home first thing in the morning on Saturday. We're going to try to hold them, since we've got the Virginia Trappers is doing a dinner Saturday night, a barbecue dinner. So we're hoping to at least hold some locals there in the evening, but yeah, I don't know. It's not like it used to be. Say that again.
You just lock
Shut
that
the gate.
behind them.
Charge them to get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that is something new that we're trying this year. We used to charge camping all the way through till Sunday, and if you wanted to leave early, you had to check out by 10 a.m. to get a refund for any of your unused days that you weren't camping. And what that led to was kind of a mass exodus from the campground. Everybody wanted to get that extra night of camping refunded. So we're doing it this year. You're paying for camping from the day you arrive through Saturday morning. We're not charging to camp Saturday night. So anybody that wants to camp overnight and leave Sunday, they can take their time and do it. It's not going to be that, but we're not giving any refunds for early departure. So basically, when you come in on Tuesday, you're going to pay till Saturday, and we're done, because we can't rebook those camping spots if you leave early. So I think it's an easier way to do it. And like I said, I'm hoping it provides a little more incentive to not break down camp at 10 in the morning or 9 in the morning and try to get out on the road. So
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea. Then yeah, Saturday night's free, and
yeah, we'll hang out and have a good time like we used to, and we'll see how it goes.
but
What else? You mentioned barbecue, and then you kind of had me at barbecue.
I'm a barbecue guy myself. Well, Friday night, we're doing a little something different. This is Virginia. We got Chesapeake Bay. We're doing a blue crab feed for the NTA President's Dinner on Friday night. That's free if you're an NTA member. Free for the member, free for their spouse, and up to 3 kids. Eats free. If you're not a member, you're still welcome to eat with us. It's $15, which you can't get crabs anywhere else in the world for $15.
right.
$8 for additional kids or any kids that aren't with a member. We're going to have blue crabs, blue crabs, steamed shrimp, corn on the cob, boiled potatoes, and we're also going to do hamburgers and hot dogs for those weirdos that don't like blue crabs and shrimp.
Yeah,
That's
hard to trust someone that doesn't like
Yeah, it's
shrimp.
but yeah, we've got one of our guys, Josh Fitchet is a waterman. He's going to catch a lot of the crabs for us, and he's got some of his buddies are kicking in crabs, and I think it's going to be a good feed. And then of course we do our auction right after that on Friday night from about 7:30 till whenever we get done selling everything. So
Yeah, I'm real excited.
I think members probably need to sign up in advance for the meal. Is that correct?
You do. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah. So the RSVP, they just have to call the NTA office. They can do that at 866-680-TRAP, TRAP. And just tell them how many you're bringing so we can get a count. That deadline is the 4th. So it's 3 days from now, the technical cutoff for that. We may extend it out a little bit because Josh is doing it. We don't have a caterer that's going to drop the hammer on us if we don't give him a firm count. So, but yeah, if you're planning to eat with us, give the office a call and just let them know so we can have some sort of idea how many people we're feeding. We've been doing around 500 the last 2 or 3 years. So that's kind of what we're planning on.
Right.
Yeah.
The word gets out though. It might be.
Well, that's the thing. I like to have some idea, because we did have up in Michigan, we had a bunch that found out late and showed up and they weren't on the list, and we were sold out. It's like, well, I hate to turn people away, but
Right.
like I said, it's a little easier this year with our guys doing it. You're not, with a caterer, you got to give them a hard and fast number, and that's the food they prepare. I'm sure we'll have extra.
Right.
They're actually planning to steam some crabs to run through the auction, so we'll have plenty of food. I don't doubt that.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's like
Yeah.
I said, that's something different. That'll be kind of exciting. So it have a little regional show off. So
Yeah. And you guys got to think of what to do next year because we're coming to Indiana next year.
sweet corn and good tomatoes. So
There you go.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
and plenty, I guess, and we're a big pork producing state. So there you go.
Go back. We'll have some barbecue. I'm okay with barbecue. I like barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of, it'll be in Indiana next year. That's kind of exciting because it's about an hour and a half east of us where it's going to be. So,
Okay.
So yeah, and it hasn't been in Indiana since you guys were in high school. I don't remember that. It's been a long time. So
Yeah, it's been quite a while. I think I don't know if it was at the last one, but I was one Goshen. I think I went to one in Goshen, Indiana, quite a while back. So
right. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it was there in Goshen, and then it skipped a year, and then it was back in Goshen.
Then it was back in Goshen. Yep,
Right.
yep.
So
and I only made one of those. I'm not sure if I made the first one or the second one, but I only made one of those that time.
That was like 03, I think.
That sounds close. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it might 03 or 04. So somewhere right in that time frame.
Yeah.
Because the FTA in 03 was in Pennsylvania. They had that joint Pennsylvania up there at Port Royal where it rained the whole weekend.
Yeah. I actually was not at that one, but I heard.
It was a mud fest. It was fun, but it was we got muddy.
Yeah, but I heard about that. So just I think if I remember correctly, it had been like 40 years since the Indiana had hosted an NTA or something like that, and then they were there in 03 or 04. So at least we're back in 20 years now. So instead,
right?
No, but
that was the thing with Virginia. The last time it was here, and it's only been here once, was 1989. It was in Richmond, Virginia, in 1989. So we're excited to have it come back, and I think it's going to be a good show. I'm getting a lot of calls from Pennsylvania and New York, and a lot of North Carolina and West Virginia guys that are just really, really pumped up to have it over here. And it hasn't been on the East Coast. It was in New York, I think, was that 2017, maybe?
Yeah.
Up high in New York, and then before that, it was York, Pennsylvania, that was my first national in York in 2000, which was a nice fairgrounds, but they're pricey.
Is it okay?
Yeah, you're pushing $100,000 to rent that fairgrounds now. It's
really?
insane. Yeah.
So what's the cost to rent the fairgrounds you're at now, or can you say?
Well, we're getting a good price.
Okay, all right.
It helps to know people. Like I said, I'm born and raised here. I grew up with a lot of the fair people, and I've shown at the fairgrounds when I was in high school. So I've got connections with the fairgrounds. That helps a lot when it comes to rent. So
right. And
typically our fairgrounds run about a quarter to a third of that York price. Okay. Typically, and we're not even there on this one. So
okay. The economic impact of a convention is very good for the community as well.
It is, and I think we probably all of us need to do a better job of conveying that to the communities where we're going, because I don't think they really have any grasp of how many people we bring. When you're talking about several thousand to 5,000 people, counting vendors and tailgaters and everybody else, that's a big economic boon to a community, especially some of our more rural places that we may go that, they don't see that all the time.
Right.
So it helps. And, restaurants appreciate it. I got with the tourism people here and made sure that they let the restaurants know we were going to be in town, and the other hotels, we've got a host hotel, but there's other hotels around too. And from what I'm hearing, they're getting quite a bit of bookings as well. So it's a big thing.
Yeah. I think Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Escanaba fully understands what what the NTA brings to a town.
Yeah, they do, and they do it well. I mean, that's probably as good a town to go to as there is, at least in my experience. I mean, they just welcome you with open arms, and the whole town seems like it turns out to have people or to have you come in. You know.
That's Escanaba, Michigan. For those of you that haven't been to that convention, it's that's a good one. It's a good fairgrounds. It's a good area, vacation area, resort area.
Yeah, it was like every business or place you drove by, there was something in the window welcoming trappers or signs.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yep. But yeah, so we've got our kids cave going on. Kent's pulling out all the stops on that again, so that's going on every day. I think 9:30 to 2:30, something like that. It'll be in the scheduled exact times, but we've got a BB gun range. I know coming in the National Turkey Federation chapter is bringing that over for the setup, and of course Kent got all his other stuff going on, the bird houses and building snares and the whole 9 yards. He does a great job with it, so the kids really have a lot to do, and seem to have a good time with it.
Yeah,
I think he told me they had 500 kids go through there last year.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good.
A lot of kids.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids, and that was in.
Shout out to Kent for having patience.
Yeah, Kent Watt. Yeah.
I don't know if I could do
it. He called me the other day and goes, "Charlie, can you come over and do a demo in the kids' cave?" I said, it's not like I'm going to tell him no. So yeah, looking forward to that too. So
yeah. But we do. I don't know if there's anybody out there looking. We do have a handful. I think I've got maybe 20 inside spaces left. We're not gonna. We could open another barn, but I'm not going to do it. It's just with 5, that's plenty. But if there's any vendors or that look to get a spot, I still have a handful of empty spots in the barn. They're in the dairy barn or the beef barn.
Okay.
And of course, we got tailgating spots and lots of room to camp. There's not full hookup. We got electric and water. I think we have 130 spots for hookup spots, campers, and then there's a ton of room for primitive. Trying to think what else. We talked about the auction. That's So Saturday we've got, of course, like I said, we're doing a live trap line. We're going to do that on Friday and Saturday. After I did my demo there last year at the FTA, we ran up on the hill and had a double on Fox, and everybody liked it. And so I thought, well, we'll see if we can't do it again. And so we're going to run it. My buddy Matt, he's supposed to be coming. Now I'm not holding my breath, but he says he's going to be there. So Matt Jones from Kentucky's coming in, and he and I are going to do that live trap line deal on Friday and Saturday. We're going to leave from right inside the main walk-in gate, which is gate 2, at 7:30, and hope to do it in about an hour, and then drop everybody off down at the demo area in time for the coffee talk, which is going to start at 8:30. But
okay, so
that's something new we're going to kind of do. And then we brought back fur handling. That's something else we haven't done in a couple of years. And I guess with the demise of NAFA and then fur harvesters kind of scaled back as well, we haven't really had that as far as hands-on fur handling for.
Right.
Well, since I've been doing this thing, we haven't had it at the National. Now we had Leon from Top Lot has done a demo in the demo area, but so we've got to schedule all 3 days of fur handling stuff. We've got, John Pingley's going to kick it off on Thursday doing a fur grading, kind of tell you what you got, how to work with it, how to market it maybe. Then Leon's he's a champ this year. He's going to do a demo for us all 3 days. He's going to do raccoons on Thursday and then coyotes on Friday. And then he's going to just do fur handling tips and tricks and stuff like that on Saturday. We got a skunk gland removal. Steve Lynn and I are going to do that on 10 a.m. Friday morning. We're going to take the glands out and show people how to put up skunks because, they're worth $80 now for some darn reason.
Yep. Yeah, that was crazy. When I saw the results on that, I was like, holy cow.
I keep telling people don't expect to see it again. I think that was one of those one and done. Now, fingers crossed, but yeah, I mean, I've been saying for a long time, there's money in skunks. Maybe not $80 a piece, but if you take the time to take the glands out and process them, you can. It's still one of our most valuable fur bearers. So
it is. Yeah.
Steve and I both do it a little different as far as the way we take the glands out. We started doing it up at Neil Olson's at the Northeastern 2 years ago. I guess we did it up there together. So we're going to do that one day. And we got an otter. We got a little bit of everything. 4 on 4. Yeah, we're doing 4 demos on Thursday, fur handling demos, 3 on Friday and 3 on Saturday. We didn't want to conflict with Hymo's presentation and Cuz's presentation, so we kind of blocked those off in the middle of the day for those guys. But yeah,
Sounds like a packed schedule.
Yep, sounds exciting. So
yeah,
looking forward to it. So
Yep. I'm ready for that crab right now. I'm pretty hungry this evening. Just crazy to think it's just a couple weeks away and we'll be there.
Yeah. We were just talking. We're 2 weeks from tomorrow. We'll be doing vendor setup in Harrisonburg.
yeah, tomorrow we leave. So
All right.
got any last words, Brian?
No, we hope everybody comes out. Like I said, we've got a packed schedule, a full house of demos, and we're ready for you. And we want to have a good time. So come on out to Rockingham County Fairgrounds in Harrisonburg, July 17th, 18th, and 19th, and we'll have some fun.
It's always a good time. It's always a good time. So.
Yep, it is. All right, Brian. Well, we'll let you get back to it, and we'll see you soon.
We appreciate
All
it.
right, guys.
Hey, we're not done yet. We just thought of something. Brian, you got some more news for us that we should probably be.
Yeah, so we forgot to talk about the Northeastern. The NTA Northeastern is going to be up at Neil Olson's in Bethel, Maine. Those dates are August the 15th to the 18th, I believe, is the right dates. And our Southeastern is in Glenville, West Virginia. And let me get you the right dates on that one, too. October 10th and 11th. 10th and 11th at the Gilmore County Recreation Center in Glenville, West Virginia. The West Virginia Trappers are excited to put on a good show out there. And so, yeah, we wanted to mention those 2 shows and make sure, hope people come out to those as well. So if you're in Maine in August or West Virginia in October, come see us.
Yeah, or even if you're not, make the trip.
Even if you're not.
That's right.
That time of year is when I really start getting more fired up about trap season, just starting to cool off a little bit more. And then, it's pretty much right there, especially when you start talking about October. And so
leaves are changing and we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Cooler mornings. Yeah, exactly. So.
Yep.
All right, Brian. Well,
all right.
Again,
thank you, guys.
We'll see you soon.
Yep. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Welcome back to the Trap House Podcast. We got a good friend of ours on the show today. Mike Mazur's on here. We're going to be talking about Fur Takers of America, the National Convention, and what's happening there, what's new this year. Just kind of fill us in. I haven't probably spoke to you here probably since last year.
No, we texted a couple times. We really haven't spoke to each other, have we?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can fill you in. Basically, it's going to be, I'm going to take my glasses off here, but it's Fur Takers of America 57th Annual Rendezvous and Sportsman Show. And it's going to be at the Clay County Fairgrounds in Spencer, Iowa on July 25th to the 27th. I'll just go through the whole spiel here. Our gates and vendors are going to open up at 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock Friday and Saturday, and Sunday 8 to 2. We have over 100 vendors in the air-conditioned building. Plus, we're going to have many, many tailgaters outside, food vendors, and we have a full list of demos and kids' activities for both days, something for all sportsmen. Our demo list this year, instead of doing single demos, we're doing all tag team demos. We're going to put a lot more information out there, have a lot more fun for people to really throw some information out there. It's just going to be a fun time trying to get different people that haven't done stuff for a while. Just trying to get a different aspect on everything that we can. Got the Iowa DNR is going to have their tip trailer on site, which is their turn-in a poacher trailer, which has all their mounts and stuff on it. And they'll be available for any wildlife laws and seasons in Iowa. We're really excited. We're going to have Bogie Motorsports, which is the Polaris and the new CF Moto dealer here in the Lakes area. Friday and Saturday, they're going to have free test rides. They're going to bring out all new products, and you just sign up and you'll be able to test drive a new side-by-side or a four-wheeler around the fairgrounds. And then what we're really excited about is we got hooked up with the Mountain Men off the History Channel. We got Paul Anzac from Montana coming. We got Brett Bone and Ivy O'Gwyn from Alaska coming. This is off-grid living, wilderness homesteading. And they're going to be on grounds both Friday and Saturday. But we're also going to be available for autographs and photo ops. We're going to set aside 3 o'clock on Friday and 11 o'clock on Saturday for some of the local people can come and actually see them. So we'll also have other TV celebrities on the grounds too. We got Alan Probst with North American Trapper. We got Mark Steck with Weeby Outdoors. We'll have the Charlie and Justin from Hoosier Outdoors. There's our
Hoosier Trapper
famous,
Outdoors.
Okay, famous celebrities there. Basically, our admission is $10 for the whole weekend. Veterans and under 12 are free. We got hooked up with the Coca-Cola bottler in town. We're going to have free bottled water available all weekend. There's going to be many things other besides trapping supplies. We got outdoor supplies, tan fur, fur coats, items made from fur. We even got a lady coming to do hearing aids. We got a guy coming from Texas that's bringing pecans. We got ADC equipment, moles and gopher equipment, bats, a little bit of everything. Camping's available. We have RV hookups and primitive. Very good fairgrounds. If people were there 3 years ago, we had the NTA Convention there. It was a very good fairgrounds. We're actually set up better this year because we got all the air-conditioned buildings where we didn't have that 3 years ago. So basically what we're trying to do, I guess. So
Yeah. I like the idea of the tag teaming on demos. That keeps the conversation going back and forth and probably pulls in the audience a little bit more too.
Well, I think it's we're going back to Charlie can relate to this when we do our round robins at the college. When you get 2 or 3 instructors feeding off each other, I think it's just so much easier on the instructor and so much easier for the class to pick up too. There's more interaction. I just feel that for one person to stand out there and demonstrate for an hour, that's a tough haul. I just think we'll have way more fun with this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of information too. So we got a lot of people that have never done a demonstration before, from people that are probably in the top 1% of trappers in this country that you've never heard of. If we can get them to talk, it'll be a good deal. You know? They're a little shy, but yeah, we got some surprises coming on the demos. So
need to mention Stu Miller from Coon Creek.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing a demo. This is the first. I mean, he does our 7B demo list here in Indiana, but I think on a national basis, this will be the first time he's ever done a demo at a national convention. So,
yeah, he's excited to come. Yeah, there's several people that got their own podcasts like you and got their own people and stuff. So we're trying everything new we can, trying to get more people involved. If we can come away with some members, that'll be great. But we're really trying to get the local people to come other than trappers. Most trappers know about this that are going to come. We need new people to influx into our group. We really do.
Yeah.
In fact, Friday, I just went down to our local TV station and did a little 3-minute segment for, they call it Around Siouxland, and it's going to air in 2 weeks here, and gives people an idea what they can come out and look at. I basically gave them the same thing what I just read to you there, and hopefully it'll bring some people in from the cities that would never give us a thought, really, you know.
Yeah.
And I think playing off the fact that we got the mountain men people coming, I think people will just come just to see them and then see what we're all about, I hope.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we also got a Thursday night. I'll just throw this out there for you guys. We're going to have a free sweet corn, fish fry, and watermelon for all the vendors and volunteers. And then Thursday night, we have a free concert courtesy of Kendall Obermeyer and his farm rock band for everybody on Thursday night. And then, of course, Friday will be our banquet. But Saturday night, we're having a free pulled pork, sweet corn, and watermelon feed for everybody at the fairgrounds before we have our auction, to try and keep people there for the auction. So
Yeah.
we're going to have a special scavenger hunt kind of raffle thing. We're going to give away a free Ruger 1022 to the public. We're going to give all the vendors inside a little stamp, and we're going to hand cards out to people that go around and get at least 50 different vendors on their card stamped and put their name in for a drawing for a free gun. And then also we're going to give a gun away to all the vendors. All the vendors, we're going to give them a ticket. We're going to give away another Ruger 1022. All they got to do is show up for the auction, be on site. So trying to generate a little excitement, keep people there for our auction and stuff like that. So instead of everybody skipping out and heading home, you know, it's going to put a lot of hard work into 2 days, Friday and Saturday. Usually it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday deal, but we kind of had a little headache 3 years ago with the NTA. It was hot and everything, but by noon on Saturday, there was nobody left. And that's when most of the locals came, and they were kind of ticked off that there was nobody there that they could see, you know. So hopefully we can keep people there till Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, we're having a non-denominational church service there. And then we're going to go right from that and have a roundtable discussion with Hall of Famers like Ron Leggett, Gary Jepson, Major Boddicker, Robert Waddell. Have coffee and donuts with them Sunday morning also. So just trying anything we can to keep people around there.
Yeah. Sounds good. So
we may have to get Charlie and Justin step in there and fill in some spots for us. So
hey, he's in the Hall of Fame, not me.
Well, he's welcome to sit in there. Absolutely.
So to back up a little bit, Mike,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I can't take him anywhere. You can, but I don't know about our viewers. If anyone's having trouble with Charlie microphone,
you know, we're getting to that age. It's difficult, you know.
There's so just to back up. Typically, a fur taker chapter or affiliate of the fur takers normally hosts the convention, and this year, thankful to you, you are actually just kind of took it on. You and your wife took on the big task of doing this convention and lining everything up. So, I want to say,
it don't ever take a long ride with Robert Waddell. Okay, you'll get yourself in trouble.
Yeah,
we're down trapping and whatnot, but and I knew that no chapter affiliate stepped up, and he was just pulling his hair out trying to get somebody lined up for this year. And we're going into the convention last year in Virginia, and people really need to know where the next year is going to be. And I just could not see us going without a convention or waiting 3 or 4 months for somebody else to come up with. So the wife and I just, in fact, I'll have her step in here if she'll step in here. We looked at each other and said, you know, it's something that needs to be done. We're going to do it. So, and I'm telling you this flat out. I'm probably
hey,
that's my wife, Carrie. I'm probably either the glutton for punishment or the stupidest guy out there to take on a national convention and then take over the director for the Trappers College all in the same year. I mean, if it wasn't for my wife, I'm telling you right now, none of this would get done. I mean, she's kept track of everything and kept everything going as much as we can. There's a lot of moving parts to a convention. There really is.
Oh yeah.
And the college and stuff, if it wasn't for Christina, none of it would get done either. I got to throw some goods out for her too, you know, but that's more set in stone with this and that, what has to be done. I mean, you can follow that, but these conventions, all the way from getting sponsorships and setting up advertisement and printing, and I mean, it's just not never ending. In fact, we set a date of May 1st is trying to cut off for the vendors and all this and that, so we could get our pamphlets printed up. I signed up 5 more inside vendors this week, the last 2 days again. And between them and the tailgaters calling and campers calling, which is good, you know, people are going to come. I think we're going to have a big turnout. I really feel it.
It's kind of nice. We're going to have Brian Nelson on here in a little bit, but it's kind of nice that the NTA and the FTA are completely in different parts of the country. So the NTA is basically on the East Coast, and the FTA will be, you know, in northwestern Iowa. So that's a good geographical distance apart. So gives people
had a lot of people say that the going out east was too much. A lot of them are just going to stay in the Midwest, which is good to split it up like that. I think, in coming off of what you guys do with vendors and stuff, it costs a lot of money to travel the country and go to these shows and stuff, and then really not sell anything to make any money. I just think we need to spread things out and really give the vendors do it. We're going to give everybody that's a vendor there a little gift package, just a little bit of stuff, you know, plus also the chance to win a gun, of course, but just to thank them for coming. You know, it's always been you show up to a convention and here they come with all the people wanting donations for other things and stuff. I mean, it's just like it's a never ending. You know what I'm talking about, Charlie. I mean, and I get it. You guys support it, but I also would like to support you guys, you know. So we're trying to do with the free meals and stuff like that. We're trying to do as much as we can just to thank you for coming, you know. I also should say something. We're gonna have a little special little kids tent set up with. We're gonna give free traps and stuff out and demonstrations for all the kids that want to show up. We'll have different families in there running that. We got into this. The 3D printed traps. I don't know if you've seen any of them, the plastic traps that they're making now. What a good tool to teach these people how to set a trap without getting their fingers in the steel trap right away, you know. Get that fear factor away from them a little bit. So we'll have them available. And I'm also going to take them to the Trappers College too, because we run about 75% of them people have never touched a trap before. I think it just helps them if they can actually set one and see how the mechanisms work before we put them onto a real one.
75% in class 1. Yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure.
The beginner class. Yeah.
Which is Charlie's, which I'm trying to help him out. So, yeah. And speaking of that, you're going to have a special instructor with you this year. We got Beth Hackla coming, so you'll have the first woman instructor for the college.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. So,
and we're getting international. We got Justin from Alberta coming back.
Good.
Which was great doing, and picked up Mike Marchuka to come as a instructor this year.
Okay, good.
He finally decided he's retired enough that he can devote a little time. But what a great guy, teacher his whole life and writes them articles for the magazines. I mean, I can't think of a better person to relay trapping to, you know.
Yeah.
So I think he'll fit right in. He's excited to come too. So
good.
So is Beth. She's excited too. She gets to work with Charlie.
Yeah. And one thing too about the convention that we kind of broke the mold. So typically the convention, the FTA Convention, is the second or third weekend of June. And that's been that way as long as I can remember. So this year it'll be in the last weekend of July, closer
Right.
to trapping season, close to the time that everybody's thinking about it. So
Well,
our timing,
talking to people, that June date just wasn't working for people for traveling with families and stuff. Some kids are still in school, definitely still in sports. That July date or 1st of August date seems to work the best for people that can take time off.
Yeah.
Travel with their family, do some stuff. Hopefully it turns into a big crowd, and it sounds like it should be.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do all right.
Yeah.
I just hope I ain't overwhelmed. And I got a lot of people. I'm going to owe everybody in the United States a favor when I'm done with this, because I've pulled every favor that I can to get people to come and help volunteer. So, but they've all been stepping up. Nobody's said a bad word, really. I mean, they're excited for it to come. So
yeah,
we need to turn our national convention around. We really did. What we were doing was not working.
right.
So,
Right.
and hopefully what works, we'll have a blueprint for it because we'll keep track of everything. What didn't work, I'll be able to tell you right away, and maybe we can change it. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to make it better for everybody.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. And so yeah, it's and there's, I mean, you start talking about Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Missouri, of course, and Indiana, Ohio is not too far away, Michigan. Well, there's a lot of trappers right there.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know,
A
so
lot.
and
It's
some-
more,
being
more
being
of a-
in that part of the country, we can pull, I think, a lot more even Western trappers that typically may not go to a national convention just because of
Sure.
the driving distance. So
yeah. Well, hopefully this changes people's ideas of what the Fur Takers Convention was. I hope they don't compare it to the June ones that we're having with the low turnout,
yeah,
Hopefully we can change people and get the vendors. Evidently the vendors are excited. We got over 100 vendors inside now, and I know we'll have 40, 50 tailgaters just
Yeah.
from with phone calls. I mean, that's a big turnout compared to what we've been having.
oh yeah, it's a significant difference. So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really feel that we're going to have a couple thousand people there Friday and Saturday.
yeah,
So I just seen it as a win-win for fur takers. Hopefully we can get some memberships out of it and keep our thing going.
yeah.
I
I mean,
really,
number one, good PR, good, so
yeah. Well, I just really appreciate you guys taking time to do this too. I mean, you guys get out to a lot of people. We're just trying to get the word out. In fact, we went down and video or taped a bunch of stuff. We're going to do a 2-week radio blitz. We got like 5 radio stations here in the Lakes area, all the way from Sioux City to Sioux Falls to Mason City and our whole area. We're going to run that 2 weeks, a week before the convention, the week of the convention. We're going to have 2-hour live feeds from the convention on Thursday and Friday, just to get the local people to come, tell
Good.
them what's going on out here.
Good.
So I think Hoosier Trapper Supply is going to be a 5-minute segment at least one day. So don't say I didn't warn you.
okay, all right,
But that's just, we'll just go around and we'll probably do them all at once. But we definitely got 2 hours of live feed Thursday and Friday. I thought that would be better to get people's attention instead of doing Friday and Saturday. By the time Saturday rolls around, it's almost over with.
yeah.
So, and Thursday, most everybody will be set up or something. We'll get that worked in. But if we can get all the TV personalities and the people with the podcasts and stuff on the local radio that can talk about what's going on, I think it's a good plug to pull people in.
Sure.
So I just hope we got good weather and stuff. But we definitely got all air conditioned building for the inside vendors. The tailgaters are what they are outside, but in our demo building, they've added a whole bunch of new fans and stuff there, so it shouldn't be that bad. So
One thing about that fairgrounds that I remember
It's
is
big.
it's a big that is considered a county fairgrounds, correct? So
yeah,
there was
it's the biggest county fair in the state of Iowa.
yeah, and there's like a model train.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
We won't be using as much buildings as we had 3 years ago at the NTA, but we're going to keep we got the big air conditioned building and the banquet building, and we have another building where we're doing all our banquets and auction and all that. But in between them all is where we're going to have all our tailgaters, so it's not so spread out.
Right.
They got some more really, really nice showers and stuff now in the main building that we didn't have before. They still have the old shower one that they're going to actually tear down and redo, but we have brand new ones inside. It's really a really good fairgrounds. I mean, it is, and they're willing to work with us. They were excited when I came back and asked them if they had that date open again. They really wanted to work with us. The Trappers gave a good review when we were there 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they want us back, and they were willing to work with us. So
Yeah, that's good.
turned out good.
That's good. So it's kind of, sometimes I think, when you go into a town that hasn't hosted a Trappers convention before, they're probably a little apprehensive, or they'd have no idea the economic impact that a convention can have for an area. Hotels, restaurants, all of that. And then obviously just all the incidentals that go, that go along with somebody coming into town. So yeah,
in fact, we stopped down at the host hotel yesterday and had to change a few names for the governing board and what this and that. As far as I know, every room in town's booked right now. We're sending people to other towns around. To the Estherville is like, or Emmitsburg is 20 miles away. They have a casino there. A lot of people have been going there. 20-minute drive. The problem where we're at, we can't come to Spirit Lake in Okoboji because that's a summer tourist trap, and they're completely full. But
yeah,
we have plenty, and I mean plenty, of camping and RV hookups. So
yeah,
we won't run out there. So
yeah,
I think we're set up. Hopefully,
it sounds like it. And then Mike, a lot of times there's stuff going on that you're putting out fires or whatever, but as long as nobody else knows about it, everything's fine.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. A lot of people say, well, who do I need to contact? Me, or Carrie. That's the good thing about it. Everything goes right here. We're not worried about this guy doing this or this committee doing that or whatever. I mean, it all comes right through here, which is the bad thing too. But we understand it all comes through here, so we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no surprises. There will be, of course, that. But again, I can't emphasize enough how many people are stepping up and volunteering for this, actually calling and saying, yeah, I'll be there, and you just tell me what to do. So
great. Are the Iowa Association involved, or
not
per se
formally, but they're all coming.
Okay.
A lot of them, Craig Sweet, which is the president. I mean, he's going to be there. But everybody that's in the Iowa Trappers Association is basically coming. So
okay.
They're stepping up. Very thankful to them too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Good deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, we got you on here. Before we let you go, you got anything you want to talk about as far as the Trappers College?
Show up. You can't leave now. I don't even know what the dates are, to tell you the truth. It's the first weekend after Labor Day. So what is it, the 7th through the whatever?
Yeah, it is literally as early as it can be. Labor Day is on the 1st. Yeah.
6 through the 15th or something. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday is the 6th, though I guess technically.
Yeah, they get there the 5th. Yeah.
Yep. So the 7th through the Sunday would be the 7th, Saturday the 13th. So 7th.
Okay, 7th through the 13th. Yeah.
For the students. So yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Christina, and I guess we're sitting right at about 50 students right now. So that's pretty good for this time of year. So we still got room for a few more, and a few more will come yet. So
yeah.
And we've had more people reach out and do sponsorships for students this year, besides the Charlie Parks, but other people have stepped up. I think we got 5 additional paid sponsorships coming in this year. So people are getting behind it.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. So I just hope they have good weather for that also. But we'll get that all figured out when it comes time to do it too. We kind of moved some stuff. I went and we canceled our storage unit, and Christy Miller put in a 10 by 20 foot cargo trailer at his house there, so it's completely sealed up, airtight, watertight, rodent proof, and it's there where somebody can get to it if we need something now instead of a 40-mile drive back and forth. He was very gracious in doing that for us and wanting to help out, so that'll work out really good too. So we have a running inventory with everything that's in there now, so that's a big plus. So it'll come around. We'll get into that later, I guess.
The Christy Miller, for those of you that don't know him, he is a very dedicated fur taker fur taker member and instructor, and just a really good supporter of fur takers. So
yeah, Justin, I'm gonna tell Charlie when he gets there, I'm gonna take Christy Miller out of his group, see what he says. Ain't gonna happen, is it, Charlie?
Please film it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
no,
it.
he's a good man. His heart's in the right place. He's definitely wanting to promote trapping. He's a good man to have on our side. Absolutely.
What I like is when Christy's driving a side-by-side around, and I always tell him, Christy, I need a picture of you driving me around.
Yeah. Have you ever been to his shop, Charlie?
I have. Yeah.
I mean, that's phenomenal too, is it, the way that's set up with his generators and batteries and the most modern equipment you can have.
Right. Yeah. Lincoln There's the whole fabrication of shop and powder
coating. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got quite an operation. That's good.
Yeah.
So,
well,
anything else I can help you guys with?
Yeah. You got any last words?
I'm good. Just get me to the convention so we can work on it, so I don't have to keep thinking about it.
Yeah. Get past it. So
well, thanks for being on, and thanks for everything that you do too. Taking on a load now just because you're obviously dedicated to the cause of.
Yeah, I should be dedicated, Justin.
Well,
Well, thank you guys for this. I appreciate it. I really do. So
we look forward to seeing everybody in Spencer, Iowa. So,
all right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mike.